Hi Milan, my name is Brent, currently working and living here in Singapore. So, a quick introduction about myself. So, my previous job is let me check my notes, digital campaign specialist marketing services. Basically, what we have is an email marketing system called Cheetah Mail. And then under Cheetah Mail, some of my clients were Marina Bay Sands, one of the 5 to 6 stars hotel here in Singapore. We also have Great Eastern, Manulife, Golden Village, which is a cinema brand here in Singapore. So I did that for around 2 years and 3 months. Basically, the role is setting up the campaigns, generating the reports for them, doing quarterly reviews together with clients. So I really have to, you know, dress in my suit, then go to the client and then present to them, thinking about what are the things that we can upsell to them during 2014, 2016. We're in a quick landing page acquisition. It's a very quick upsell for us to be able to hit uh, our desired revenue specifically for that year, and then at the same time we are being charged on a per hour basis. Let's say specifically for Marina Bay Sands, during those times, 2014 to 2017, 2016, everything is very manual. So part of my job was to set up the different emails per cards for the casino patrons. So everything was very manual. They have somewhere around like 8 levels of cards, from the starter to like your VIPs to your VVIPs. Then we have to personalize everything, test everything, have it approved by the client. And so I did that, handled that. Same thing with Great Eastern, Manulife, and then Golden Village. So that was the first part of my career where I'm very much into client success management, talking to the client, upselling, making sure making sure that the deliverables are in there, minimum hours is achieved. And then after that, in 2017, I moved on to Lux Asia. So Lux Asia, what we do is we're a luxury beauty and lifestyle distributor. We're based in Singapore and Malaysia and Philippines, all the way to, Australia, New Zealand, minor markets like India, Cambodia, Sri Lanka. So I was part of the digital transformation team. We did 5 years digital transformation from 2017 to 2021. When I started there, the only email marketing systems that I know was SendGrid, Active Campaign, MailChimp. I didn't know much about Salesforce Marketing Cloud. I've seen your profile. I've seen that you've been on Salesforce. So I was still hired, even though I didn't know much about Salesforce. But what we did is they budgeted me like 5 days one-on-one training with our technical architect here in Singapore, and then I try to understand the entire thing in terms of how to send an email, how to set up journeys, automation, which is like your flows in Clavio, and then I did it for like 3.5 days. So we save a bit of money there in terms of the overall training. I was employee number one. 2017, those times, everything was very manual. In Lux Asia, everything, the data data for the customers are in paper. We just have somewhere around like 40,000 papers that we have to digitalize. And then at the same time, we have to use and explore all the functions within Salesforce Marketing Cloud, from the landing page acquisitions, trying to integrate. We've created an email CE app. So it's a customer experience app wherein we can input their sales, we can input their customer data as well, and then that overall infrastructure I was part of it, and I'm the lead for Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And then after 5 years, what we have achieved is that from 40,000 papers, customer data that we have, we have increased it to around 2.5 million marketable customers that we have now. So now, after 5 years, we have 250 um, journeys and automations. We have the complete life cycle for luxury beauty. Let's say, for example, good brand would be, let's say, like an Aveda or like a Ferragamo. You have a specific journeys for prospect. First, customers with no purchase, customer with one purchase, customer with two purchase, customer has been lapsed. So, like we send them an email, and then we have different KPIs on all of that. And then we make sure that everything that we deploy is actually measurable. So we call it, like, a digital campaign attribution. Basically, we check it against the offline transactions that we have within the store. I can give you a bit more details on how we operate as a business in terms of the retail. If we can move on, let's say, to the next interview. So we do have that 250 automations, 2.5 million marketable customers, and then uh, in terms of the digital revenue, we were very successful. After 5 years, we almost doubled the business of Lux Asia during this digital transformation. And then, to be able to keep that going, because we are currently in like 10 countries, 100 plus luxury and lifestyle brands, I'm currently managing a team of 10. So I have three marketing specialists, I have two creatives, two data analysts, and then two paid advertising. We are basically the digital marketing team, or like an in-house digital agency for Lux Asia. We serve everyone across the region. So we have to be very precise in terms of our SLAs. You have to protect the team as well, making sure that, during the peak season, we have enough resources. Team is very well rested, especially, the big events like 11/11, 12/12, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So that's what I'm currently doing here in Lux Asia, but I'm currently looking to, you know, uh, new opportunities outside Lux Asia. Wherein I've seen your post. Sorry, just quickly looking at my notes. So you told us that you love working with small to medium businesses. I literally love the same. So I have a few friends who are like co-founders. Let's say our CEO in Lux Asia. His name is Wolfgang Bayer. He's also a board of director of a company that he established in the US called Taps Out. I can send you the link after during on the email. So he asked me to do a very quick audit in terms of their CRM. I've given him some recommendations, and I think that's currently working good as well. Helping out another friend, it's called Journey Training and Consultancy. Basically, just very basic website, just to put the message out there for their clients. The other one is in the Philippines called My Closet Manager, so they need some help in terms of paid advertising, because a lot of the messaging that they get for the Facebook, a lot of them are like spam. So me and my friend have to step in and then give them recommendation in terms of the targeting, and so hopefully we don't get spam. That's been working real good for the past couple of weeks. Right now, you also told on your video that you don't like working for bigger companies. You don't see the value of the output. Same thing with me. Reason why I didn't, I haven't really applied to like, your Google or like your Meta or like your TikTok, because you don't see the end-to-end process, which is what I really love within Lux Asia. So let's say, for example, very big project that we have is the data acquisition from 0 to 2.5. It's a matter of understanding the entire business, how retail operation works, how the data flows, how do we actually make money, what are the margins, that we have if we are on a department store, if we are on the Lazada or Shopee. How do we generate more business out of that by thinking the entirety of the business? And I think having that experience for the past 8 years and having that curiosity as an account manager, if ever you guys will hire me, would be very beneficial, right? Because you don't have to think in terms of just email marketing, in terms of the conversion. Of course, that's the usual KPI that is very important in terms of presenting the client, but it's also very important for us to be able to understand how the entire business works, what are the customer personas that they have, what are the channels that they're in, so we can go above and beyond in terms of at least trying to get them to like an omni-channel marketing, which is very important nowadays. Thinking strategically, yes, that's what I've been doing as well. So let's say, for example, how do we implement CRM for regional brands like Aveda, Elizabeth Arden, wherein the customer behavior is different because let's say from a Singaporean to a Hong Kong or to a Filipino, very different in terms of targeting, in terms of the customer data, in terms of customer behavior as well, and then we put that in terms of the overall strategy. I have a very good experience in terms of presenting to brand managers, brand owners, even to our CEO. So I do a lot of presentation there as well, which would be very beneficial to the position that I'm applying. I've also been voted, not voted, I also won best manager in the Philippines for Luxasia for the past 2 to 3 years because we keep it very balanced in terms of working life work culture within my team. Um, I've mentored them very well. A lot of them, after they have moved on to my team, they literally got double the salary on what they have now here in Luxasia to where they're moving at. And I'm very happy and very proud of that as a mentor, as a manager. Um, what else? Thinking very high level. Yes, that's part of my job because the job is to make sure that we are retaining clients on the Luxasia level. Because for us, Luxasia, we have different brands, and then different brands, let's say hair care strategy in terms of CRM, email marketing is different from a skincare, different from a fragrance. I can definitely explain to you a bit more in terms of what we have done, what we have achieved, what A/B testing we have done. Let's say, for example, in terms of selling the fragrance, right? Is it better to have an email wherein you have one SKU featuring that and then pushing people to the store? Does that drive the revenue for that specific email campaign? Or is it sensible to do multiple SKUs and push them to a multi-store? So what we have found, let's say for example, is that it's better to do a multi-branded, multi-SKU email, and that works really well because the customer have a lot of choices as well. But again, the strategy depends on the season. Is it like a product launch? Are we really pushing for sales? So yeah, and then let me check very quickly in terms of the overall mission for the position. Drive retention, yes, definitely. So how can we drive retention? Checking at the data daily, weekly basis. Who are the lapsing? How can we bring them back? Who are the loyal? How how can we give a little bit more incentive to them, and then hopefully in return, um, that increases the revenue for our clients. From our experience here in Luxasia, it's very important in that retention nowadays is very important compared to trying to get new customers, because you'll get more immediate revenue for existing clients compared to a new customer, wherein it would take time for them to make the first purchase, a second purchase, try to cross sell to them. Proactively identify client opportunities and strategically recommend actionable solutions. Yes, part of my job as well. Quickly and directly communicate with founders and internal teams. Yes, just for this one specifically, I'm absolutely very sorry. I'm a bit nervous because this is the first time I'm recording myself on video. Uh, Cultivate trusted long-term relationship with e-commerce brand owners. Yes, can definitely do that for us. We do have one e-commerce. It's called essentials.com. We do have it in Singapore, in Malaysia, in Thailand. I think we're rolling it out soon in Vietnam. What we have there in terms of email marketing is very basic, because me myself were very limited in terms of the overall infrastructure that we have. But in terms of the data, right? So once you have subscribed, you have given us your email, or you have purchased on our Shopify site, that data will be transferred to SAP, and then SAP will generate a specific customer number, and then your life cycle will start. Are you first time customer? Did you just give? Are you just a prospect? Are you lapsing customers? So we have automations already in place for that one. And then what we do is, like, let's say on a yearly basis, we check all of those journeys, and then we see what else we can improve. The reason why it's quite a while, because we work with so many brands. But if I would be working with a very specific Australian brand, we can do it on a quarterly basis. Again, it would depend on what kind of SOPs do you have in terms of engaging with the client. What else? Strategic partner, main point of contact for your client. Yes, I have done this previously. I'm currently doing it right now. Lead pod of creatives, tech to deliver campaigns and flow. Yes, currently managing 10 people in the Philippines. Audit Klaviyo account. To be very honest here, I don't have experience in Klaviyo at the moment, but I'm absolutely very confident that if I would be given, like, a week or a couple of weeks just to play around, and if I have, let's say, a specialist who will show me very quickly how it works, I would definitely learn it very quickly. I have created a free account in Klaviyo. Looks very similar to Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Actually, not really. Salesforce Marketing Cloud is a bit more technical. This one is a bit easier. Kind of looks like a MailChimp or an Emersis. Currently looking at my screen right now. So you have like home, campaigns, flows. Campaigns are your standard, ad hoc campaigns, one-time campaigns. The flows, pretty much, I think, the same in terms of Salesforce Marketing Cloud. In terms of implementing your journeys, it's just easier here because it's drag and drop. If you don't open your email, you get an SMS. If you purchase, then you'll get, email number to. If you have signed up to an e-com site, you'll get the first email by tomorrow. Wait another 3 days. Send them the bestseller. It looks pretty straightforward. Reviews, sign up forms, audience, list and segment, profiles, templates, products, images and branch, dashboards, inbox, automations, integrations. It looks pretty straightforward. If you ask me, I can definitely learn this very quickly because it's very graphical in terms of how to use it. You can definitely learn it very fast. Looking back again, yes, so audit Klaviyo accounts can definitely do that. Think of revenue opportunities, yes, can definitely do that as well. Translate ideas into brief timelines and deliverables, yes. So for us, we have delivered 250 emails. We deliver some around like 2,500 campaigns on a yearly basis, working with 10 brands. No, sorry, 10 to 12 countries, 100 plus brands across Asia Pacific. translate ideas into clear briefs, timelines, and deliverables. Yes, an example for this one is a replenishment campaign that we did for Aveda. So if you have like your 50 ml, it will run out for about a month. Before that 1 month, you have to send your replenishment email wherein we tell we tell the customer that if you bring 3 empty bottles, then you'll get like a $10 discount within the store. So that one has worked pretty well. Very good in um, creating brief, working with the timeline, deliverables, and budget. If there's any, run monthly strategical and performance reviews. Yes, can definitely do that as well. For us as a team, so we do like a triage every 4:30 just to check if everything is in place in terms of order request. We have a ticketing system. It's called Monday.com. Stay 2 weeks ahead on campaigns. Yes, can definitely do that. It's a matter of prioritizing. You can schedule campaigns in advance, so not everyone is like cramming around, rushing into things. Can definitely do this. Use AI, internal tools to streamline reporting and insight. Yes, I'm a very good user of ChatGPT in terms of learning, in terms of researching. Explore upsell opportunities. Yes, part of my job, as I've told you before, during my Cheetah Mail deals. Uh, yeah, again, it depends on how we make money. Is it the hourly on a per campaign basis? Do you want me to increase the number of campaigns? I don't know if you work with commission. So the more that I understand how we work with the clients and how we make money, I can definitely work into that. Protect your team's bandwidth and your client's bottom line. Team's bandwidth, definitely. That's why I created Monday.com. That's why I implemented um, SLA and timelines that we send out to each and every new brand managers out there. That if you wanted to send out emails, you have 7 days. If you wanted to have on the journey and automations, you have 21 days. If you have creative request, would take like 3 days. An SMS campaign would be at 3 days as well. So I am very process driven, including QA, because it's very easy to make mistakes. And sometimes for email marketing, once it has been sent out and then you have the wrong pricing in there, then it becomes very you literally cannot backtrack, right? So QA process is very important for me as well. um Ownership mindset, yes, definitely. Even though Luxesia is very big, you have a very startup culture wherein I've given a task, I've been given a task, I've been given a KPI, then it's up to me how to execute it. Proactive of operator, you move fast, fix problems. Yes, definitely. I give my team autonomy. After I've trained them, so I usually can hire like a fresh graduate out of college, train them how to do email marketing, identify how we use Monday, how do how do they respond to brand managers, to principal owners, putting them on meetings, how to do presentations, how to do email communications, how to run SMS, how to do journeys, how to basically a lot of things that we do. I can train people. Confident communicator, yes. AI friendly, yes. Klaviyo experience, again. I can definitely learn that very quickly. Agency ready, yes. I've handled multiple accounts before, but I think here in Lux Asia it's a bit more, because I think in terms of the account, the way that we count an account is one brand, one country. So let's say Singapore Aveda is one account, Singapore Malaysia is one account, Philippines Aveda is another account. In terms of the overall account, definitely somewhere we definitely have somewhere around like 100 to 120 to 160 overall. Remote fluent, yes, definitely. I've been running my team for the past 7 to 8 years fully remote. Before, everyone was here in Singapore, but I was tasked to move everyone to the Philippines. One, in terms of the overall cost, and I've been doing that very successfully till to date. I'm the only one here in Singapore, plus my manager, and then everyone in terms of the execution is based in the Philippines. And we've been very successful hitting our KPI in terms of data acquisition, digital marketing, in terms of paid advertising, or return of ad spend, data request, creative request. Sorry, just looking at my notes. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much again for the opportunity. Just let me know if there's anything that you wanted to learn in terms of my experience. I can literally show you what I'm working on in terms of the journeys that we have. Yeah, just let me know. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye.